This isn't a joke. I don't know what happened that day, but I can't shake the feeling something's still watching me. It started like any other morning. I was working from home, sending emails while my cat, Sasha, snoozed nearby. But something was off. She was pacing around, meowing at me like she was trying to tell me something. I tried to ignore it, but then she bolted for the door. I ran after her, and without thinking, we ended up at an old house at the end of the street. I'd passed it 1,000 times and always thought it looked abandoned. The kind of place you'd expect to see in a horror movie. Peeling paint, boarded up windows, a yard overtaken by weeds. But Sasha was staring at the front door, her fur bristling. She meowed once more and bolted inside. My heart started racing. Something about the place felt wrong, like it was calling to me. I stepped inside, feeling the air grow cold. The smell of mildew hit me immediately, but Sasha just trotted further into the dark hallway. I hesitated but followed her. The walls were covered in strange symbols, scratched deep into the wood with what looked like old blood. A low, guttural chanting echoed from deeper within the house. Sasha didn't seem scared. She just kept walking, tail flicking. I wanted to turn back, but something kept me going. Eventually, I found myself in a large, dimly lit room with a stone altar in the center. Around it, a circle of figures were kneeling, whispering in unison. Sasha jumped onto the altar like it was her rightful place, and the chanting grew louder. I froze, staring at the figures, tall, gaunt, faces hidden in shadow. But one turned towards me and I nearly collapsed. Its face was pale and hollow, its eyes sunken in, mouth stretched into a twisted grin, and when it spoke, the voice was raspy, inhuman. The bloodline has returned. You are the vessel. Before I could react, Sasha leaped off the altar, her body contorting unnaturally. She growled, an eerie vibrating sound that seemed to shake the very walls. The figures didn't move. They just watched. Then it hit me. Sasha wasn't just a cat anymore. She was something else. Something connected to whatever this place was. In a panic, I turned to run. Sasha followed me, pushing me out of the room, her claws scraping the floor with each step. I didn't dare look back, but I could feel someone breathing down my neck as I ran out of the house. When I reached the street, I glanced back. The house was silent. The chanting had stopped and the door slammed shut behind me as if locking itself. I tried to go back later. The house was gone, replaced by an empty lot. No sign it had ever been there. But Sasha, she's different now. Her eyes are darker, almost black. She doesn't sleep anymore. She just watches me. I don't know what happened in that house, but I know whatever it was, it didn't stay there. It's with me now, and sometimes at night I can hear the chanting again, faint in the distance.